everybody, Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds in the middleweight division between these two great warriors. Ward's ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. Alvarez is on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Dream Lord. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Macho Alvarez.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
And a smart counterpunch by Ward. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Macho. Nice block by Macho. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. He comes back with the left hand again. I guess it's already a sign of things to come. They are not wasting any time toe-to-toe in round one.
If this is an appetizer, please bring on the meal.
A little defense turns to offense by Ward. You know, we only show up when it's time to watch them do their thing for the fun. A huge uppercut puts them down. And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
And a well-placed counter by Ward. There he is, landing a combo. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Alvarez. Just 10 seconds to go in this round.
I want to see that alcohol. This can take resistance. Let's work on that as well.
All right, demonstration. Don't go crazy in there.
compress on that. Let's work on the swelling. Work on the swelling.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
He took a go of it to the body, but came up early on here in the round, and he's already down, and he doesn't look good at all. He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. And a well-placed counter by Ward. He comes back with the left hand again. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs.
Keep the head moving.
Good block there by Ward. Able to land. Good shot again. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Alvarez. What a good counter punch by Macho. Good combination. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point, because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy, because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night, and you forget what you knew when you came in, that it wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed, and it's important to remember that.
Step out for the jab. Then come back and throw the left, right. He doubles up.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Good block by the Dream. Able to dismiss that body shot. Devastating blow by Ward. Ward's got to prove a few things here. Number one, he's got to prove to his opponent that he's on good ground after being knocked down in the last round. But he's also got to prove it to the referee, too.
Yeah, he does. And his corner. Because his corner, I just noticed, they put that towel over their shoulder. So they know the condition their fighter's in. They know their responsibility, and they're ready to act on it.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Alvarez. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Ward's just creating a little bit of real estate for himself. Good defense, just covering up down low. He just missed that shot up top. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Well-struck, solid combination by Ward. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Solid counter punch by Macho.
Nice. Relaxed. You're in control, all right? Got that? You're in control. So, okay? What's going on, Stan? Get the compress on it.
Here we go with the fourth round. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Comes right back with a shot of his own. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Blocks that belt line well. Alvarez's cut is right near his eye. That's the last place his corner's going to want to see any damage. Nice block by Macho. "90 seconds to go in round number 4. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Not able to land the headshot. How about a return to sender with the left hand? 60 seconds to go. in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Alvarez is starting to swell here. A crushing two-punch combo by Macho. 10 seconds to go in this round. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
And we are back underway, another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. Teddy, so many times a fight like this is so hard to score. It's been wildly entertaining, but it's also been dead even.
Yes, it has, and this is where the judges really have to be on their P's and Q's and not get caught up in the action. That sounds funny. You know, the fans could get caught up in the action, but they have to watch. They, being the judges, have to specifically watch punches that are landed clean versus punches that are just being thrown.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
What a good counter punch by Macho. That's some fine work right there by Macho. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been non-stop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action non-stop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Trying to go downstairs, but off target. Oh, good exchange there. Ward's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Alvarez is a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, you know, is taking off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
Ward staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end. where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Almost done. You had it that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy. We'll take care of the swallow. Just focus on the fight.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Oh, Alvarez is almost out of it there. He was stunned. That was not well targeted by Ward. And just as we anticipated, toe-to-toe right from the start.
No introductions necessary.
Good defense just covering up down low. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Doubles up the jab to the head. Ward's making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch, they are the ones that wind up landing.
Nice block by Ward. Alvarez getting caught with headshots. But Teddy, to me this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
Ward's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Targeted counter punch by Macho. A stinging counter punch after some fine defense by Macho. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. So the second half of this fight has now arrived. Alvarez's side to me is getting worse as things continue on here. Teddy, he's got to be very conscious of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and his corner has to be too. They got to be thinking about if it gets to a point where he can't defend himself, they have to do something. Obviously, they didn't come here thinking they were going to have to stop this fight.
Good block by the Dream. Ward's fighting real smart here on the outside. Ward's had success so far just based on his pure hand and foot speed. But there is some concern.
Yeah, you know, you got a guy with a real fast car. He needs a racetrack. He needs the right place to use that speed to kind of run with it a little bit. Right now, his opponent needs to change that landscape. Don't give him that racetrack. Step out of range a little bit and leave him there. Let him shadow box, but don't stay in a position where it can be effective.
A stabbing right hand by Ward. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Alvarez is doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Protecting his head well with his guard. Alvarez throwing wide punches. If I'm standing opposite of that, I jump on it.
Yeah, well, if you're the fighter, that's where you have to be kind of like into a Kodak moment, where you take a picture and you say, okay, remember that, and the next time, bang, I'm going to take advantage.
Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Macho. Able to cover up that gut. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
You heard it. Come on in. You won that round, all right?
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Devastating blow by Macho. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Wow, is he defensively sound. A headshot blocked. Solid counterpunch by Macho. Alvarez's eye is nearly swollen shut here, Teddy. This thing gets much worse. He's not going to be able to defend himself properly.
No, it is up to his opponent and his opponent's corner to throw the punches that can take advantage of that. The right hands.
We could see a stoppage here. Nice block by Ward. To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Good block there by Macho. Able to dismiss it. Alvarez has got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Alvarez able to avoid that punch. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
You're standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body more. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs and upstairs, okay? Body's in here.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Good way to protect the midsection. Alvarez has got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. Has to protect that eye.
Yeah, what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
Able to cover up that gut. And now they're trading blows. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. I think it has come to that point. He's behind on the cards. He's just got to be. Going to take a knockout to win this?
Yeah, I think so, and it's going to take a certain kind of attitude or strategy, a change in strategy. You go into the fights, you don't look for a knockout. You're looking to use your jab, you're looking to set up punches, you're looking to go rounds. Right now, he's got to find a way to get a knockout. Look for one punch. One big punch right now.
He's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Good block there by the Dream. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Nice block by Ward. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Good two-punch combo by Macho.
Keep it going.
Able to show you his blocking ability. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
It's okay. Whenever he misses count, he's hurt. I need
Another round. This fight is over. Ward's got himself a TKO win. The ref has waved it off.
By way of TKO.
Ward's your winner by TKO. Teddy, another impressive performance by him.
In every way, defensively, offensively, and finishing up.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.
Towards their righteous destiny.
We got them going down for the count, looking at the ground. That's why we got haters, that's why we got haters. Haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go, where we go. Haters going down for the count, looking at the ground. I think you're a hater, I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go, where we go. Haters going down for the count. Yes, sir, it's the beast from the Decatur. Can't see enemies and the haters. Real sharp on my thing like a razor blade.